Good evening, everybody.
Hello, everybody, and happy Tuesday. Welcome to Amazing Kickstarters and everybody else online this evening. We hope you're having a fantastic week. First things first, I want to make sure everybody, hopefully, you all had a nice Thanksgiving weekend. For those of you here in Canada, we enjoyed our weekend. We were up north this weekend with Nick's mom and sister and our niece and nephew, which was a lot of fun. We always have a good time when we see our niece and nephew. We love spending time with them. We don't see them as often as we'd like to, being, a few hours away, but whenever we get a chance, we try to make the best of it. And we certainly did this weekend, I think. I think we had a really good time. So hopefully you all were able to, be with your family or your chosen family, because that is just as important as your regular family. Because some of us only have chosen family, which there's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes chosen family is easier to deal with. I'm not gonna lie. Why? Because you chose them, right?
Yeah.
Right. So,
So yeah, this evening we're supposed to have a special guest, but we didn't hear from her today. So if she doesn't show up, we still have a different session planned in case she doesn't show up. So we'll just start off talking tonight, regular Kickstart meeting, and if she shows up, we're hoping that she shows up in a bit. If she doesn't, we have something to talk about. So
exactly. So we're actually going to talk about today's topic that was on our the guide, our daily guide on the dashboard, and it was all about Try It Tuesday. But this Try It Tuesday was a little bit different because it was about building strength and stamina, and we really, really want to talk about that in different ways and what we mean by building strength and stamina.
So pushing your limits isn't always about going a bit harder. It's about going smarter. So sometimes you just have to try something new to wake up your muscles and to change your routine to make things happen for you in a different way.
Exactly. And it doesn't need to be major things, right? Again, Kickstart's all about building small little tidbits of stamina as you go along, because the more you do something over and over repetitively, I hate to tell you, you're building stamina and you're actually building strength because you're doing it more often. And the more often you do something, as we've been told for eons as children, practice makes perfect. But I don't want to change that. I'm going to change that to practice makes progress. That's how we should be telling people. Practice makes progress. It doesn't make perfect, because guess what? Things change and we have to adapt to those changes. So today on our daily task, we challenge all of you guys to pick one strength to focus on. One strength focused on moving, okay? To try something you haven't done before, like either a wall sit or, a glute bridge or planks or a side plank, maybe, try something completely out of norm for what you normally do.
And if you haven't tried it out yet, that's okay. We're going to talk about them tonight, and you can even try them either as we're doing the chat live, or you can try it after the class today, after the chat today. And a lot of you posted on the dashboard today on the daily guide about some of the things you guys have attempted or tried. So why is this something that matters? Why is it that we always tell you guys to try something new or walk a different way on your regular walk or try different things? It's because your body, your muscles slowly start to get muscle memory. What does that mean is that if you do the same thing every single day, the exact same activities, exact same walk, the same steps, eventually your body starts saying, "Oh wow, this is my regular.
This is not new.
This is not new to me. This is regular." And so that's why sometimes doing something a little different is actually good for you.
And that's where we often hear what comes into mind, like a lot of that favorite word that we all hear. Oh my God, I'm plateauing. Because you know what? Your body is now used to what you're doing. Your body is now, so instead of saying plateauing, say, oh, my body's used to this habit, right? Maybe change that thought process is my body is used to what I'm doing. A great example of that is people who say, well, I walk every single day at work. I'm always on my feet. I'm always standing. I'm always that. But if you're doing that every single day at work and you're pretty much standing for the same amount of time every single day, your body is saying, this is regular for you. This is what you always do. You're not upping your challenge a little bit more, and you're not building that stamina to help you, overcome that habitual part of your day.
So why does it matter to try something new? First of all, it engages different muscle groups. So
Yep.
you'll guys have noticed during Kickstart, every day we have you doing different activities for you to work on your muscles. This is again to give you guys something different every day, something to achieve every single day. Then we also, what does it do? Doing these exercises, why we're having you guys do them every week, the same exercise, it improves your endurance. Some of you have already said, "Oh, I did 20 seconds of planks today," or I did knee push-ups today instead of the wall ones. And this is all about, you're slowly building endurance, you're building your muscles, you're starting to get yourself more able to do some different moves that you've already been doing, practicing now.
And also builds a mind-body awareness. And I want to talk about that a little bit because it is so important. Our brains go through, we absorb so much information all day long. We absorb it from television, we absorb it from social media, we absorb it from work meetings, we absorb it from just our regular work jobs, we absorb it from people we talk to. But what we don't often absorb is the awareness of our own bodies and how our own bodies are actually providing us information on a daily basis. Every moment of the day, your body is providing you information. And we as humans tend to sometimes not even register that information. Like, oh, well, my back's hurting. Why is my back hurting? Or my knee's feeling great today. Why is my knee feeling great today when normally I've had pains? So by doing these exercises, by trying something new and building your stamina, you're also making sure that you're connecting with your mind and your body and really realizing what it's doing for you. Another thing, as I mentioned before, it's preventing this whole idea of plateauing by changing things up. And we're not saying a drastic change, but increasing what you're already doing or adding something new to your daily routine.
So even 2 or 3 short sets of something new can make a difference. And that's why every day we ask you guys to do a specific activity to your fitness level. And we also encourage you throughout the entire 105 days to slowly increase or change what you're doing. But today we're going to talk about a few other things you guys can do that you might not have thought of. How about wall sits?
Yeah.
Maybe I'll bring that next time. This winter, the winter kickstart. Maybe we'll do some wall sits instead of, I don't know, planks, wall planks. Maybe we'll do wall sits instead. How about a glute bridge, which means lying on your back and raising your butt up. That's a glute bridge. That could activate your core and chain. Maybe we'll put that in the winter.
Maybe adding a side plank. Doing a side plank. And I don't mean it has to be on your arms. It could be on your elbow, right? And what you're doing is you're on your side, you're planking on your side, and you're raising your hip off the ground, on your knees, not even on your feet, just to build that different type of resistance to your body and introducing your body to a different type of movement. I know he's being so adorable.
You won't let go you won't let go of my shirt.
So adorable right now.
How about a push-up? We've actually had you guys doing modified push-ups, wall push-ups or on knee push-ups. These options are there because, again, it's trying to get you guys to try new moves. A lot of people say, let's do some push-ups. And the first thing we all say is push-ups. I can't do those. Oh my God, my wrists, my knees, my back. I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to keep going. But yeah, a lot of us think that way. But that's why we brought in the wall push-ups, because every single move out there, from lunges to squats to push-ups to planks, has an easier option for you guys to do. And that's why we introduced them throughout Kickstart.
Well, that's exactly it. There's even chair squats, and we actually have showed you guys some chair squats. There's regular squats. There's also stair squats, where if you actually are that advanced level where you can put your foot on a stair on one step and do a squat from there.
That's a lunge.
I'm sorry, why am I saying squat? And I mean a lunge. There are stair lunges as well. I apologize. Thank you. But pick what works for you, right? Again, doing this meeting yourself at your own level, and don't thinking that you need to overdo it to meet somebody else at their level.
Exactly.
That's where you build stamina. Because what ends up happening is a lot of us think, oh my God, I'm not doing it as much as somebody else is doing it. And then we try to overdo it. And at that point, you're not even building stamina. You're trying too hard. And instead of finding that sweet spot for you right now, because right now that's what you're trying to do, is find your sweet spot and make sure that you're able to do it consistently for a bit before you even challenge yourself, because you want that stamina to be built and you want that that consistency to happen.
So we hope you guys this week take this to heart. This week is all about, movement. The topic of the week is overall to building strength and stamina. So all week we're trying to talk about or show you topics having to do with that. So we hope that every day this week, when you look at the daily activities and you look at, the ones that are listed for you for the week, that you guys try to at least do the minimum requirement that's there for the day. But maybe this week, try to push yourself a bit further. Add 2 more. If you're doing a wall plank, maybe try to do on the floor with your knees if you're able to do that. Try to slowly add something new this week to these activities to see if you can push yourself a bit further. You might surprise yourself. You might try something and realize, wow, I can do this. I can do a 10-second knee plank on the floor.
And if you're not able to think of something yourself, we have the physical activity on the dashboard every day. Doesn't mean you can't redo Monday. Doesn't mean you can't redo Tuesday. Doesn't mean you can't redo Thursday, right? Like we often think, oh, we can't go back. Why don't you go back to day 1 and try doing what you started in day 1? See where you're at now. What stamina have you already built within the last, what day are we on today? I've lost my track.
Day 24.
24. What have you
22.
22?
23.
23?
22.
I've lost all my days. That's what happens when we go away. We lose our days. So keep that in mind. You can always go back and try something you've already done before.
Exactly. So this is our challenge for you all this week, is to look at the daily activity, the daily fitness task, and see what you can add to it to increase your strength and stamina. Like we said, if it's adding 2 more repetitions, if you're doing the squats and you've normally been doing 10, and this week maybe try 12. That's an option. If you're going to be doing the wall planks and you decide to try a knee plank, if instead of doing one of the moves we have in your daily tasks, you add something new on to your activity, that's great as well. So we're just trying to help you guys build your strength and stamina so that your body feels that you're doing something new and not being stuck on the same routine each and every single day. And that's what the point of this week is all about. It's about changing things up and to try to make things a little bit better for you so that you guys can slowly add on new things to your repertoire of moves you're doing and surprising yourselves. Because remember, you might think you can't do something, and then you try for the first time, you surprise yourself, right?
And what does that do? It builds confidence. It builds confidence. You start believing in yourself and you start going, wow, I can actually do this. Wow, I never thought I could do this. And that's exactly what we want from all of you. We want every single one of you to come out of this going, I can't believe I'm able to do this. Because if that's all you get within the next 105 days, which I'm sure you will learn way more than just that, that is a huge, huge, huge step forward. Being confident within ourselves. So tonight, whether it's trying a new move right after class or either tomorrow morning, and again, this applies not only to physical activity, okay? I want to add this. It applies to building stamina with the foods foods you make. It applies building stamina with how we treat ourselves. All of these techniques apply to everything we talk about during our Kickstart experience and our Kickstart journey, okay? So I hope you enjoyed our quick little chat. It was very brief this evening. It was a little short and sweet because we wanted to make sure that we had a chat for all of you this evening. We are most likely going to end this session for this evening, but we're going to keep the community chat open for all of you in Zoom.
So and you guys have more time to chat with us.
More time to chat with everybody this evening.
So on that note, we'll end the live feed and we'll see you all tomorrow or Thursday.
I'm making shepherd's pie.
Exactly.
I'm making shepherd's pie. I think I might even switch it up for me a little bit. Look at that. You'll find out for me, not for you, for me.
That scared me.
It's not about you. It's about me. Because it's always about you.
No, it isn't.
Never.
Because it's never about you. On that note, we'll end the live.
Everybody.